everyone, this is Lori again with Juju. Today we're going to be working on the L step. Juju loves obstacles, as I said in previous videos, but we can always work on improving it, and we're going to do some things today to help refine it. So I know how frustrating it can be with obstacles, especially when you don't have a lot of time. So hopefully any of the tips and tricks that I can share with you, I would love to do that, and hopefully they'll help you so that you can have an amazing partner like I have with Mr. Jujinski. So with that said, let's get started. Started with obstacles. As I said earlier, I love obstacles for this horse. This horse is very curious. So I'd like to show you some of the things I've done. He's very good at this L step. It's wider on this end and then it gets narrower. This is about a little bit bigger than I wanted. It's about 3 feet. And then the other's 2 feet. And I'm going to eventually get one that's 1 foot so that he's really going to have to work on knowing where to place his feet. So that's really the beauty of this, is being able to place his feet. So let me go in and back him up a little bit. Good boy, Juju, very respectful. I will rub him with the stick because I don't want him to be scared of the tools. That's another big thing that Clinton Anderson preaches, is your horse cannot be scared of your tools. So again, he's obviously not scared of this whip. So one of the things I've learned with obstacles is we have to set both of ourselves up for success. So I always want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is I'm coming at it really straight on, and I'm going to look at exactly where I want him to go. And one of the things I think is important is, like right now, he wanted to just kind of jump on there because he's very forward with it. He knows the obstacles well. So my goal is to really slow him down so that he's always thinking. He doesn't know what to expect. So I'm gonna have him come up, and then I might stop him right there, reward him, tell him he's a good boy. He put 1 foot up, which makes me think he's thinking forward. So then I'm just gonna gently back him up, let him step down. Good boy, Juju. Now I'm gonna have him come up again. 1, 2, whoa. See, again, he likes to, he's so anxious to get it done because he does know it. He's kind of a get it done kind of guy. Then I'm gonna back him up, back, back, back. Again, just this is what we call steady pressure. Okay, driving pressure would be where I'm doing something like this to get him back. Back, back, back. That would be driving pressure. Steady pressure would be, come here. He says, I don't want to because you got the whip. I'm not going to beat Juju, especially not on camera. I might get arrested for Juju abuse, and we don't want that. So again, hopefully he'll get up here. He's going to slow it down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Again, not perfect, so I'm going to back him up. Back, back, back. Make him stand there and think about that for a second. He's licking and chewing his lips, so that means he's thinking. He's blinking his eyes. He's very relaxed. He's got his back foot cocked. He's not paying attention because he's biting me, so I will reprimand him for that because he has a job to do. He only has to work, well, today, 10 minutes out of 24 hours. He has a very high hourly wage. Juju is fed very nicely, okay? Come up, whoa. Good boy, Ju. And I do tend to over-reward him and let him know what a good boy he is. Good boy. There he went. He sighed. Back up, back up, back up. And then we'll do it again. And hopefully what you'll see is that, don't bite me. That's just a habit of his, so I don't mind giving him a little more, a little bit more feeling of the stick, so to speak. Because he has a job to do. He has got to pay attention. Whoa. Okay, not perfect, but again, better than it was before. So I'm gonna back him up one more. Again, he knows this so well. He just wants to get it done. So right now he's kind of angled too much on his right. So I'm just going to kind of hold him here, not tight, just very loosely, and I'm just gonna move his hip over with just some gentle pressure. And then he's not paying attention, so I'm going to ramp up the pressure till he gets that hip over. There. I'm not going to stop when he gets off, because if I do that, then I would have taught him to step off that way, which is not what I wanted. So back up, back up. And in the words of Richie Wingfield, practice ugly till the pretty shines through, which means it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to do whatever I need to make sure that I'm communicating with him clearly and he understands what I want to do. That's where I've had a lot of problems with my communication with this horse, is because I haven't been an effective leader, and that's something I really need to work on in terms of giving him clear communication and being very persistent and consistent. So that was a lot better. So the other thing I've learned with this horse in particular, who's very busy, is you can't just drive the lesson into him. So you got to kind of, I'm trying to figure out the best way to stop so that I'm just not trying to cram something in, because typically what will happen is the next day I come and do it, it's a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and let him come up. Whoa, good boy. Now this is the tricky spot. So what I have to do is I have to move his shoulder toward me and his rear end away, and in order to complete this turn, which is a 90-degree turn. So again, very slow. In this part, the most important thing is going very slow. Whoa, whoops, whoa, good boy. He dropped his inside hind, which was fine. He corrected, he put it up here. I'm gonna back him up because I don't want him to rush through anything. Back, back, back. Good boy, Juju, good boy. And then I'm going to have him walk off and step off. And I love how he hesitates and doesn't try to rush off. So with that, I would stop him right there and then let him go do something else that he really enjoys, and then come back to it. And then again, that way, you just can't force it on them. You have to give them time to process, to practice. It's like any kind of skill. It just needs practice, practice, practice. And it needs to be very intentional. So when I think about the intentionality, it's making sure we have a really good setup. It's making sure that we're going slow and steady and being very patient with him. And if he makes mistakes, it's fine. We just continue working on it. So I'm going to stop that now. I'm going to do a couple other obstacles, and then I'm going to bring him back to the L and then see how he does. Now it's 5 minutes later. I worked on him. He pushed the barrels. He loves to push the what we call the Flintstone truck, the Flintstone car. So he's going to push this. Favorite obstacle. He just loves to push. So again, I try to give him something that he likes to do because I want to keep him engaged. Now we will go back to the L and see if we made progress. We may not make progress, and if we don't, that's okay too. But if we can at least have it be a little bit better than the last time, each day it will get better. And I haven't really worked with him a lot on this obstacle in terms of really breaking it down. So the more you can break down the obstacle with a horse, the better I think they retain it, and the more control you have. And right there, he was a little pushy, but at least when he's up here, he's standing and he's not trying to barrel off. You'll see a lot of horses, they'll want to just kind of keep barreling off. And like I said, what I would do here is I'm just going to back him up a little bit. Just a couple steps. One more step. One more step. Come on, Juju. One more step. Good boy, Juju. Then he's going to make the 90-degree turn. I'm looking for him to go really slow, controlled. Good. And I love, he stopped on his own. I did not pull on the rope. He did that on his own. So he took responsibility for that sharp turn, which I appreciate. He's going to, and he's standing here really nice without me having to ask him to stop. And then I'm just going to point and then let him, he's trying to come toward me. Come on, Juju. And then he doesn't want to get off, which is actually a good thing. And then he knocks off really nice. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Obstacles are really fun, and it's a great way to really build on the relationship between you and your horse. Hope you have a great day. I look forward to seeing you next time, and thanks for your support.